week we read Bacchae by Euripides, and I actually really enjoyed the play. There were a lot of different portions of the play that I enjoyed. One of the most memorable portions actually was when Pentheus took Dionysus' idea of dressing up as a woman to go spy on the Maenads, and I just thought that was kind of odd and weird for him to go do. He didn't really know Dionysus at this point, so I thought it was odd that he would take his advice, but I thought it was a funny scene, and looking back, I could see how the author might have used this in the story because to get the message across that gods always make the final call, almost, that the gods are higher than kings, so uh, Pentheus took Dionysus' idea or advice, even though he was against Dionysus and did not like people worshiping him. Also, throughout the story, there were a couple different points of tension and some areas of conflict between the people. So one of the points of tension was when Pentheus and Dionysus first met. So Pentheus was asking a lot of different questions because he wanted to know who Dionysus was and what his business was being there. There was also a conflict that arose between Pentheus and the people who wanted to worship Dionysus because he did not want that done in the city-state. And then another point of tension was when the Maenads began attacking Pentheus because he had come to spy on them and they did not appreciate that. So the Maenads in this story were depicted as women who were kind of wild and they acted a bit chaotically. They worshipped Dionysus, which Pentheus did not like. However, women in that time were seen as they didn't have any sort of threat towards men, and they were definitely considered the weaker race, and so nobody really concerned themselves with the Maenads because they just let them be off and doing what they wanted to do on their own because they didn't think that they would hurt any other people. So overall, I think that this play was trying to get the message across that when someone is forced to do something, or in this case, not allowed to do something, and there's too much freedom being taken away, people will revolt because they don't enjoy being told what to do. So in this case, the women that were the followers of Dionysus were forced not to speak or worship Dionysus in any way, and so they really didn't like this, and eventually they attacked Pentheus for enforcing that, where they could not worship him in the city-state. And the popular copy of this play that many people have actually has a picture of Elvis Presley on the front, and so it's kind of odd to see him on there. However, I think that the reason he's on there is because Elvis Presley was such a social icon, and people praised him so much, just like people praised just how people praised Dionysus, and I think that this was why they used Elvis Presley on the front, and it was just like a comparison between the Maenads who praised Dionysus as well. So, yeah. Thank you.